Hey everyone, it's Brandy from Brandy Janae's Bookshelf and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the intimidating TBR tag. I've seen quite a few people do this already. It's been a while since most people have done it, but I've been wanting to do it and I decided to finally go ahead and film it. The first question is, what book have you been unable to finish? And for this, I'm going to go with Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I started this during Booktubeathon, which was a week ago now, and I only got a few chapters in, and I was listening to it on audiobook, and I think it was a mixture of me not being interested in the beginning and also me not really liking the people I was listening to the audiobook. Question 2 is, what book have you yet to read because you haven't had the time? And for this, I'm going to go with Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I actually own the first 2 books in the series, and actually I just got the 3rd book. I went ahead and just ordered the 3rd book in the series because I figured since the series is over, I could just go ahead and marathon them all together. But I just haven't had the time to fully invest myself in starting a brand new series, so I have been putting this off because of that. Question 3 is, what book have you yet to read because it is a sequel? And for this, I'm going to go with Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I did read Throne of Glass, but I wasn't as affected by it as pretty much almost everyone else who read it. I didn't have a strong connection with it, and I wasn't as invested to continue right away with this. I can't remember if I had this book right after I finished Throne of Glass or not, but I just wasn't really all that interested when I finished Throne of Glass to continue on with this. Question 4 is, what book have you yet to read because it is brand new? Now for this, I'm going to go with The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I just got this book in my July Outcrate box, and I got this the week of my birthday. I got it, I think, that Wednesday before my birthday, so I think that was the 20th. Not completely sure, but I have gotten some books after this, but I think this is a book that I recently got that I'm looking forward to. Okay, I don't want to say that, but this is one of the books that I got more recently that I'm really looking forward to. The 5th question is, what book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and you didn't enjoy it? And I don't actually have an answer for this, just because I usually don't buy books by the same author if I don't like them, and I don't currently own any books by an author that I didn't previously like that I haven't read because I just haven't. I don't feel the need to, like I said, buy books by the same author if I haven't, and I haven't really had any strong dislikes towards any authors. So I'm sure that it'll happen in the future, but as of right now, I don't own any books by an author that I read and didn't like, or not that I can think of. I do have books in my closet that I tend to forget about, so it might be something in there that fits that, but that I can think of, no, not right now. Question 6 is, what book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? And for this, I'm going to go with The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. And I bought this, I feel like it's been almost a year now since I bought this. I don't think it has been a full year, but I remember hearing a few people talking about this on BookTube, and I picked it up from Target because it sounded really interesting, but I never did pick it up. I think because I was reading a bunch of other stuff, and I'm wondering if this is discussion stuff. Yes, extras. But I never did pick it up. It sounds interesting, and I might try to pick it up around October, but then I don't know. I might try to pick it up before then, because I think I saw something about this book being turned into a movie, and I would be interested in watching that. So I would probably want to, I would want to read this before I watch the movies or I get any spoilers about the movies. So I'll probably try to pick this up within the next few months if I remember. Just haven't been in the mood for it currently because it is a thriller, I believe. Yeah, it says the most original thriller you'll read this year. And I just haven't been in the mood for thrillers. I've been more so in the mood for like fantasy and then romance. Question 7 is, what book have you yet to read because it is humongous? And at first I decided to go with the I think it's The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, which is the first book in the Mistborn series. And I had picked that, but then I went and looked at it because I was like, that's on the longer side for books. Because I've seen other people's copies, but my copy, it really doesn't look that big. And I just think it's because of the size of the pages and the print of the text. Because the book is over, it's like, I think half is like 660 pages or something like that, I believe, my copy. But honestly, it doesn't really look all that big. And I do have books on my shelf that are bigger than that I didn't want to go with. But for this, instead of going with The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, I decided to go with Sculptor by Scott McCloud. And this is actually a graphic novel. And although it's probably won't be that long because it is a graphic novel, I decided to go with this because I believe this is the biggest graphic novel that I own. Next question is, what book have you yet to read because it was a cover buy that turned out to be or to have poor reviews? And I don't have anything for this question either. I have made slight cover buys, but honestly, before I purchase a book, I usually always, even if I'm like attracted to the cover, I'll look it up and get a general overview of reviews. And question 9, which is actually the last question in this tag, is, what is the most intimidating book on your TBR? And originally I put the rest of the Harry Potter series just because it is such a love series, and I am a 24-year-old going to be reading it for the first time, and I'm afraid that I won't enjoy it as much as pretty much everybody who's read it in their childhood and kind of grew up with the characters. And that's a little scary, but I didn't want to take that down because they're all on my top shelf, which you can't see because I think it's cut off at this shelf, but there is another shelf up here. But instead, or along with the rest of the Harry Potter series, I'm going to go with A Quarter Mr. Fairy by Sarah J. Maas, because ever since this book has come out, everybody has been talking about this. And I have been trying not to get caught up in the hype. And I haven't read it yet, and I'm just scared that I might. Like, I always get this feeling that when everybody else loves the books, I'm going to be that one person who just doesn't enjoy it as much as everyone else. Because it's kind of what happened with me with Throne of Glass. I wasn't as attached with the story and the characters of that as pretty much everybody else who had read it. But yeah, it's a pretty good book, but I think the main reason this is the most intimidating book is because of all the hype that is surrounding it. Those are all the questions for this intimidating TBR tag. I'm not going to tag anybody because I feel like mostly everybody has done this tag already. If you haven't done this tag, feel free to do it and let me know you did it so I can check it out. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.